to say no to the constant NIMBY movement, to say yes to quality housing that San Diegans can actually afford. And so we're doing several things that are going to be a sea change. We're going to be moving height restrictions for housing that is affordable in our transit priority areas. We're going to be increasing density in those areas with a real focus on making it by right, so you don't have to constantly go through all of the bureaucracy and struggles that make housing not exist sometimes because people fight it, and make it not affordable.
What percentage of housing in San Diego needs to be affordable in order for the city to meet all of its housing needs?
If you look at the total numbers that we are short, the number is about 55,000 units. And of that, 24% needs to be affordable. That's why these policies are so important, to actually get those units constructed, to not just nibble around the edges, but to have a complete overhaul that changes the status quo to get these units constructed so San Diego families, our working families, can actually afford to live here.
The housing shortage in San Diego has been ongoing. You've been at the helm since 2014. Why pitch this proposal now? What has changed?
It's time, and we've spent a lot of time on really trying to streamline the process in terms of cutting the time that it takes to go through permitting, to go through processing, and we've made a lot of positive changes, but it hasn't been enough. And as I said, it really is a combination of so many factors, folks that don't want any changes, folks that say, I just don't want it here. And so I've said we need to have a comprehensive approach that provides those incentives, that actually gets the units constructed and where they should be, along transit areas, along transit corridors, so people can get out of their cars, they can use transit. It's going to help with our climate action goals, and let's do what we should be doing.
California's new governor, Gavin Newsom, has threatened to withhold transportation dollars from cities that don't do enough to build new housing. Did that threat play a role in the drafting of this plan?
No, I mean, we've really looked at it as what is it that we need to do, and what actions can we take at the local level to actually make the production of more housing and affordable housing a reality.
As you've already said, your proposal includes the elimination of height restrictions on new housing development near transit and the elimination of minimum parking requirements on new housing near development. Some people say, look, that is just a giveaway to developers. Is it?
No, it's about creating housing that we can actually get constructed with that emphasis on affordability.
How much pushback are you expecting from both the public and the city council on those 2 points?
You get pushback with anything you propose when you want to make changes. So far, the conversations and the support has been very positive. But I'm under no illusions that anytime you want to make change, you're going to have somebody that doesn't want to change that status quo.
What does your plan say about where California is right now vis-a-vis housing?
Oh, I think our plan shows that how incredibly needed this is now, because the issue of housing and homelessness, those are the top issues facing the entire state of California, particularly us here in San Diego. And I've said, we're going to change what we've been doing. It's not about Republican or Democrat. It's about what's the right thing that we should be doing for San Diego to increase that housing supply and do it in the areas that make sense.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from other mayors across the state?
Oh, they've said, saw what you're doing, like it. Some of them have been tweeting it out and encouragement, and others. That's what we want.
So in your State of the City address, you also proposed additional help for the city's 5,000 homeless people. Tell me about that. So
the work that we've been doing, very aggressive action in terms of bridge shelters that are up, and 700 people a night that are off the street. In terms of what we're doing on storage locations for personal belongings. Our new housing navigation center that's going to open here this year. The city and the county working together. What I've said is it's time for action. And to back that up with services, with locations, you're always going to get pushback. But leaving a veteran, leaving a family on the street, outdoor, in an unsafe and unsanitary condition is not what we're about.
Mayor Faulconer, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you.